What's going on, everybody? This is Bobby G, Saturday Shpiel, once again. And in a way, it's a heavy one. I just got back from laying my twin brother to rest, and still trying to figure that out. Still trying to process it. But where that has to fit in with today's talk is with something that is said both in the Old and in the New Testament. And it's mentioned first by Moses and the leaders who say, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength." And it talks about how, you're supposed to follow the commandments and teach them diligently to your children. And you're supposed to think of them when you sit down, when you get up, when you go out, when you come in, when you're just sitting down, and when you're walking along. But then it also says you shall love the neighbor as yourself. In the context of that particular passage, it talks about how that's what it means to follow the commandments of God, or the mitzvot of God. Is if you love the Lord with everything, you love your neighbor as yourself, then you will fulfill what God has asked. And even Jesus understood that when he said, "If you love me, you will obey my commandments." And even Jesus asked about, I shouldn't say asked about, but was asked about, what is the greatest commandment? And Jesus said, what's in the Torah? What's in the law? And he quotes it and says, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And the second is like to it, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. I bring this up because I feel there's a lack of a lot of love going on today. I think that people are allowing themselves to, instead of love God with everything and love their neighbor as themselves, it seems that people want to fear everyone and fear the unknown, and instead of trying to help each other, it seems people are more inclined to hurt each other in this day and age. I like I said, I literally just got back from laying my twin brother to rest, and that's a pain that I don't even know how to describe. And, life is too precious to just be out here and just going after each other's necks like this. Like, this is not how we were meant to live as people who are made in the image of likeness of God. Especially if you're in the church. Like, if you in the church, if you are someone who claims to be a son or a daughter of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and you claim to follow his word, this shouldn't be something that we just say. It's not just, Scripture isn't meant just to be said, but it is the bread of life that is meant to be taken in and lived and taken down deep into the depths of our soul. If we choose not to, if we choose to just leave things alone, if we choose to just let sleeping dogs lie, that's not going to help anybody. And it's not going to help us as individuals, certainly. All I'm asking, whether it's family, friends, shipmates, fellow soldiers and or Marines that you may have served with that are continuing to serve or have since hung up the uniform, don't take these days for granted. Don't take the ones you love, and don't take the ones that you count on to have your back for granted. I believe it's Psalm 27:1, where it says, "Don't boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day will bring." And Jesus expands on that, really, if you think about it, in the Sermon on the Mount, where he says, "Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't be anxious for anything," or what have you. You know, that's why I appreciate brothers like Professor Biz who are out here doing No Anxiety Monday, because that's needed. Like what brothers like Professor Biz are doing right now is thoroughly needed in terms of bringing anxiety down and trusting in the Lord with everything to get us through the times that we live in. You know, and then knowing the scripture, you know, that's something that you have, you know, brothers such as Justin Martyr and others who have been trying to build, you know. And all I'm saying at the end of the day is just don't take life for granted. Don't do that. Especially the ones you're supposed to care about and love about that are around you. Don't take it for granted. Don't do that. Because I've met a lot of people who just didn't take the time to be with certain family and certain friends, and just things didn't end up well. Take the time to love God, to let God comfort you in this time, and also to guide you. It's my Saturday Shpiel, a little bit shorter than usual. My name is Bobby G. I'll see you next week, Lord willing. Peace.